Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a dump off here complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Now Jones. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
The Cardinals had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Right back to Sanders on first down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers for Sanders last week: 15 carries, 81 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off play action. Jones. Touchdown, Cardinals. Torrey Carter, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action here. Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers have taken the lead.
extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Badgley now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
And Jones going to keep once more. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Purdy off the play fake. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Another run with Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Sanders is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Jones. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown!
Rondale Moore
from 3 yards out.
And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now McManus for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, 49ers.
Danny Gray,
his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And the drive culminated with the Danny Gray touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Jones on 1st and 10. This will be caught once again by Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. off the play fake. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
First carry for James Conner. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go with Sanders. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Jones on third down. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The kick by McManus is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
On first down, Purdy.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on third down? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Jones now on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there on 20 yards.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey shifts by him. They find some open field. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey,
69 yards.
And the Niners strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This offense returns to the field, and former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they're bringing back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught. He hits more. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st down, it's Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 40. The 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Badgley on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down on the scoreboard. 90 seconds remaining. Jones, how will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.